Corporates in Zimbabwe are incorporating sport in fighting issues affecting society, among them drugs and substance abuse and non-communicable diseases. Sporting activities such as soccer, pool and athletics have been employed by various corporates in raising awareness on issues that are affecting society at large.
On Saturday, your number one station, and of course that's ZTN Prime, hosted a pool tournament in Chitungwiza, which saw several corporates participating under the theme Corporates Against Drug and Substance Abuse. This was followed by the Sunshine City Half Marathon, which was organised by the Harare City Council on Sunday under the theme Sports Against Drugs and Substance Abuse.
Recently, funeral services from Moonlight held another marathon, which was aimed at raising funds in the fight against cancer.
Here is that we are raising funds for the Moonlight Cancer Trust. We have realized that most of the deaths which happen in our sector, in the funeral industry, happen because the people are dying of cancer-related illnesses. And a lot of people are undiagnosed in terms of cancer because they don't have the facility, they don't have the money. People are suffering from prostate cancer, people are not getting tested, ovarian cancer, we are talking also of breast cancer and so on. And these things are so prevalent in our environment. And hence, this community project is there to raise funds for such.
You know, you've got to compliment any organisation that is trying to fight cancer, because it's now become, I would think, one of the probably top health issues that we have in the country, and more importantly, and which is something that really gets me, and because we had a colleague here at ZTN Prime that passed away because of cancer, and we're always pushing about the cost of drugs and the cost of treatment. So it's really great to see people stepping up, doing all these events for cancer. Remember, it's a 365-day thing, and I know that we like to spotlight it on certain days, which is fantastic and brilliant, and Moonlight and everyone else who is involved in the fight against cancer and, of course, against drugs and non-communicable diseases, if I can put all of those into one bracket, which is tough. But really with cancer, we've got to look and see how we can save lives by making things like cancer drugs, cancer treatment affordable. And any other medicine, to be frank, because it's just out of the reach of most people. Yeah,
and another thing that we kind of tend not to do is get checked. Just yesterday I was saying to my doctor, I'm coming in for my blood so that you can test for cancers, for anything that you need. So it's actually good to really make sure that you are on top of the situation. Even these non-communicable diseases, I mean, it's blood pressure is just killing people. A lot of stresses are happening, and this causes a lot of disease.
And now mental health is part of a non-communicable disease. So it's really important that we look after our health. I think your health is really, if you think about it, all that you have, isn't it? I mean, we're not talking about your family and your loved ones, but if you're sick and you imagine what that is and the cost it is to your family and cost of hospital. But a big shout out and a big thank you to all of those sponsors who stand up and do all these events for cancer.
The government of Zimbabwe and its development partners are channeling resources for the rehabilitation of the Kariba Dam, which is expected to increase power generation. More in the following report.
The Kariba Dam is one of the oldest man-made water bodies in the world, and years of operation have resulted in a great deal of erosion, which has left the dam wall in need of repairs. The work involves reshaping the plunge pool and refurbishing the spillway. All this is expected to increase life expectancy of the dam wall by 60 years. Zambezi River Authority Board Co-Chairperson Engineer Gloria Magombo said the rehabilitation works were crucial.
The work which is being done as part of the rehabilitation is to improve the safety of the dam, where there is the reshaping of the plunge pool. Over the years, as the water was spilling, it was then digging down. And the idea is to provide a pool which will dissipate the energy towards the river.
The dam provides at least 2,000 megawatts of clean electricity power generation to Zimbabwe and Zambia. Zimbabwe's Energy and Power Development Minister Edgar Moyo said the project would enhance the region's energy security provision.
The Kariba Dam Rehabilitation Project will restore the dam to internationally acceptable operational standards, facilitating the sustained generation of electricity. This will support our government's objective of promoting deployment of other renewable sources, such as solar and wind energy, considering that the uptake of the said renewable energy sources requires reliable electricity.
The project is being funded by the European Union to the tune of 294.2 million. The EU ambassador to Zimbabwe, Jobst von Kirchmann, said the EU's commitment to the project was rooted on a shared understanding that sustainable development knows no borders.
This is about creating sustainable infrastructure, connectivity, and having big projects which also take into account the needs of countries and the communities. And in that regard, we were looking around for these big projects. And Kariba Dam Rehabilitation is fitting exactly that. Because if you look at the impact on Zimbabwe, you see that this dam can produce over 1,000 megawatt. This is over 2/3 of the electricity production of the entire country.
For ZTN Prime, Marion Shaba, Kariba.